Now we're going to cover lesson 21-2, formulas for geometric sequences. We're going to talk about two different formulas, the recursive formula and the explicit formula. This lesson is going to be split into 7 sections. We're going to start with questions 1 to 3. Questions 1 to 3 say, remember that the numbers in the sequence are called terms. And you can use sequence notation a sub n or function notation f of n to refer to the nth term. A. Use the above notation to rewrite the first 4 terms of the viral video sequence. Also write the common ratio. Now, the viral video was the one that we just talked about in 21-1. So, how many people had the video at stage 1? 1. So my first term in the sequence is 1. What was the second term in that sequence? 3. The next number in the sequence was 9. The last number that we wrote down was 27. That was the 4th stage. What was the common ratio? That common ratio was 3. Remember, our common ratio is what number do we multiply to get from one number to the next? What is the value of the term following a sub 4 equals f of n? Write an expression to represent this term using a4 and the common ratio. So what would be the next term in the sequence? And how can I use that using a sub 4 and the common ratio? Well, how would I get to the next number in the sequence? We would want to multiply. Multiplying by 3. So we're going to take our number, and our number is currently 27, and we're going to multiply by 3, right? So I'm going to do that in my calculator. 27 times 3, that gives me 81. And I'm going to use my common ratio. This was equal to 3, which is my common ratio, times the 4th term, a sub 4. Prelude to number 2 says, just as with arithmetic sequence, you can use recursive formula to represent a geometric sequence. Complete the table below for a viral video sequence. Term is f of 1, f of 2, f of 3, f of 4, f of 5, and so on, right? It says it's sequence using sequence representation, which is the a subs. So we would have done 1 was 3 times 1, which is 3 a sub n. The next level would have been 3 times 3, which is 3 times a sub 2. This level would have been 3 times 9, and that's the same thing as saying 3 a sub 3. The next level would say 3 times 27, which is 3 times a sub 4. How would I get this one? I see the 3 is repeating each time, right? So 3, but what do I notice about my a subs? This is a sub 2, but I'm on the 3rd stage, right? This is a sub 3, but I'm on the 4th stage. This is a sub 4, but I'm on the 5th stage. So I noticed that the sub is always one less than the stage I'm working on. So this would be 3 times a sub n minus 1. Let's write it in function notation. Function notation is just where we name it a function and do f of a number. So here we're going to do 3 times 1 is 3 times f of 1, because that's the answer to the term before. This is going to be 3 times 3, which is 3 times the term before. This is going to be 3 times 9, which is 3 times f of 3. This is going to be 3 times 27, which is 3 times f of 4. So how is this formula being formulated? We've got 3 times f, but what do we notice about what's in the parentheses? It's always one less than the stage we're currently on. So this is going to be n minus 1. Now, what's the numerical value? On the third stage, what was our value? Our value was 9. On the fourth stage, what was our value? 27. And we just found the fifth stage, and that was 81. It says the recursive formula for the viral video sequence are partially given below. Complete the formulas by writing the expression for a sub n and f of n. Well, it starts off by telling you the first term in the sequence. So it says a sub 1 is 1, and a sub n we just found to be 3a sub n minus 1. Over here, for the function notation, we said f of 1 was 1, and f of n is 3f n minus 1. So it's always 3 times whatever the term before it is. On to your debriefing for this section.